the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hey, good afternoon. Thanks so much for joining us for your news at noon. I'm Corey James in for Mark Hall this afternoon. DC News Now is your local election headquarters, and it is Election Day. Across the DMV, thousands of people out casting their ballots for congressional, state, and local elections. We are following all of those races for you and more right here on DC News Now. We begin our coverage this afternoon in Annapolis, Maryland, in the race for governor. That is where we find DC News Now's Joseph Omo, who is live outside of a polling center. Hey, Joseph.
Hey, Corey, good afternoon. Good to be with you once again this big election day here in Maryland. Of course, all eyes are on the governor's race. Who is going to succeed 8-year Larry Hogan, who's been at the governor's mansion now for 2 terms. We spoke to hundreds, literally hundreds of voters filing their way in to Annapolis High School here today. And it got to the point where we heard a lot of the same issues. So we decided to create our own tally on some paper. Allow people to tally the top issue, what they are coming in to vote for, the main issue driving them to the polls. As you can see, a lot of people answered economy, abortion's up there, the candidates themselves, they really like the personalities of certain candidates, and then other people talked about immigration, about crime, about education. Let's listen to some of those conversations we had earlier today. Morning, ladies. Do we have a top reason as to why we're headed through those doors to cast our ballots today? This is what everybody else has been saying: economy, abortion, the candidate, or something else.
We agree.
You agree with which one?
All of them.
Have you paid attention to the governor candidate, to that race? Do you know who you're going to vote for governor?
For Westmore.
How come?
Democrat. I'm a Democrat.
What's the main issue that you love that Westmore says he's going to tackle?
But one thing is education.
Come to the table, let's talk, but let's give that baby a chance to live.
So what I'm hearing from you as a conservative, as a Dan Cox voter, the #1 issue that brought you to the polls today was making sure that abortion is off the table for women in Maryland.
Absolutely, but I think there's left and right, but let's come to the middle. Let's talk about practical options and give that baby a chance.
At the end of the day, we're all Americans, and we should come together and solve these issues. Whether we're from conservative or liberal, we should remind ourselves that we're all Americans, and we still live in a free, democratic society.
Yeah, we do live in a free democratic society, so hopefully you are doing your civil duty and voting today. So today at the polls, it's a matchup between political newcomer and Democrat Wes Moore and Trump-endorsed Republican State Delegate Dan Cox. 48-year-old Cox, a conservative, has called the 2020 election stolen and took steps earlier this year to try to squash early ballot counting across the state. He ended up failing in trying to do that. He also talks a lot about tackling inflation and the economy. And on abortion, his website says he will, quote, defend the right to life. Wes Moore is quite a shift in the opposite direction on the political spectrum. He's been endorsed by both former President Barack Obama and Oprah. The 44-year-old Army veteran goes by the slogan, "Leave no one behind." He vows to take on poverty, improve healthcare costs, and revamp schools. And guys, as we enter in to the 6th hour of voting here across the state of Maryland, a lot of political analysts will agree that it won't be a big surprise today if Wes Moore comes out in victory. He leads right now, according to the most recent Washington Post University of Maryland poll, by 32 points over Republican Dan Cox. Reporting here in Annapolis, I'm Joseph Omo, DC News Now.
All right, it could be a history-making race there. Thanks so much, Joseph. Some breaking news out of Montgomery County right now. We just learned a 70-year-old woman and 65-year-old man both killed after getting hit by a car near a polling center. This happened at the corner of Muddy Branch Road and Story Drive. Authorities say the driver remained on scene. Right now, the names of both victims have not been released. Be sure to stay with us online and on air as we learn more. And continue our Election Day coverage. Casting her ballot, D.C.'s mayor stopped by a Northeast polling center to vote. Our Lex Warren spoke with the incumbent, who is hoping to hold her seat for another term.
Very exciting in here this morning as Mayor Bowser came to cast her ballot. Lots of cheering from her supporters who are looking forward to another term for Bowser. She is facing multiple challengers across the political spectrum, but regardless of the competition, Mayor Bowser is expected to be reelected. I caught up with her after she cast her ballot. Here's what she had to say when looking ahead to 4 more years.
Investing in public safety and making the tough decisions that need to be made, making sure our kids have what they need and are coming back in schools, and that we continue to be a dynamic city where people want to live and start their businesses. And so that's going to be our focus.
Polls will be open until 8 o'clock tonight, and our live team coverage of today's election will continue this evening and tonight. Make sure you're tuning in to DC News Now for that and keeping a check on DCNewsNow.com as those results come in. In Northeast DC, I'm Lex Juarez. Back to you.
And for months, candidates hit the pavement campaigning for office. Now voters are weighing in. DC's Anna Warnicki tells us what we can expect today.
Vote. Get out to vote.
Hours before polls open on Election Day, President Joe Biden made one last stop at a rally in Maryland.
This election is not a referendum. It's a choice. It's a choice between 2 very different visions of America.
The president told voters that Tuesday's outcome could shape what America looks like for the next 20 years.
Everybody needs to get out and vote.
Meanwhile, former President Trump rallied Republican voters in Ohio, saying he's confident of a red wave on Tuesday.
This is the year we're going to take back the House. We're going to take back the Senate. And in 2024, most importantly, we are going to take back our magnificent White House.
Ohio and Maryland are just 2 of the 24 states the Justice Department plans to send monitors on Tuesday to ensure compliance with federal voting rights laws.
People should have confidence in their election system.
White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre says no credible threats to Tuesday's elections have been reported by law enforcement and says voters need to be patient while votes are being counted.
We may not know all the winners of elections for a few days. It takes time to count all legitimate ballots in a legal and orderly manner.
And that was Anna Warnicki reporting. Now, early numbers indicate we could see record voter turnout for today's midterm election. Because of that, officials say that along with early voting and mail-in ballots, it will all take time to process everything. And taking a live look outside at our nation's capital this mid-afternoon, a record-breaking warmth yesterday, and it seems like we are back to cooler temperatures ahead. Meteorologist Damon Matson joining us with a check of the forecast. And Damon, got to tell you, I actually enjoyed the warm temperatures. I'm sad to see them go.
I know. A lot of people definitely did, Corey. Those warm temperatures were a nice treat here the last few days, but Mother Nature flipping the switch, and we're back to what is more typical here for early November. Check out those temperature readings out there today. Oh, yes, mid to upper 50s is where we are currently at as we enter into the early afternoon. So as you head out to vote today, don't forget to keep that jacket handy. Really, we're going to pretty much stay in the 50s all the way through the rest of this election day. We at least will get to enjoy those sunny skies because, yes, we are going to have the cool temps and breezy winds. So the sunshine will be a little bit of a help to not make it feel as chilly. Now, do we continue to see these same cool temperatures as we roll forward through the rest of this week? We'll have a check of your full forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. Well, you'll need more than just your jacket before you head out to the polls today. Our Shanika Grimshaw has what you need to know and bring with you to the polling center.
2 things to make sure you're aware of before heading to the polls: the times voting will be open and what you need to bring. D.C. and Maryland voters can hit the polls between 7 a.m. and 8 p.m. In Virginia, polling sites will be open from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. And in West Virginia, they'll be open from 6:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. You can vote as long as you're in line by closing time. So what do you need to bring? If you're a first-time Maryland or D.C. voter, you'll need either a valid photo ID or proof of residence, like a utility bill or bank statement. Otherwise, no identification is needed. In Virginia and West Virginia, a form of ID or proof of residency is needed regardless of your voting history. Now, if you're unsure if you're registered to vote, you can check on Maryland State Board of Elections website. In Virginia, you can check the state's Department website of elections. In the studio, Shanika Grimshaw, DC News Now.
All right, helping people vote, rideshare companies stepping in All right, helping people vote, rideshare companies are stepping in to get people without transportation to voting centers. According to a study by Center for Information and Research on Civic Learning and Engagement, about 15 million people registered to vote did not because of transportation issues. Now, Capital Bike Share now giving users 50% off, while Lyft and Uber offering similar discounts. And the numbers are in after a late drawing. We now know last night's Powerball winning numbers. They are 10, 33, 41, 47, 56, and the Powerball number is 10. The Multi-State Lottery Association saying Monday night's Powerball drawing was delayed because a participating lottery store had some issues processing the sales.